Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the David Meade Show. I'm your host, Dave Meade. I'm broadcasting live here in the studio. Today, before I get into any excitement today, I want to give you the weather first. I want to give you the weather first. So tonight, 33, mostly cloudy. Highs 43, lows 28. 33, 8 p.m. Got Flores 32, 9, cloudy 30, 29, 28. 12 p.m. 28, 28. 2 p.m. 2 a.m. 28, 3 a.m. 28, 4 a.m. 29, 5 a.m. it'll be 29, and 6 a.m. will be 29. 6:08 will be the actual sunrise, and 7 a.m. in the 30s, 32, 35 at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. 38, 11 a.m. 40 cloudy, 42 cloudy at 12 p.m. At 1 p.m. will be in the 44th. So that is your weather. And it's snowy conditions from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. with a partly cloudy conditions expect at 9 p.m. So we're gonna have tonight. It's gonna be snowy, have snowy conditions. So, but that's your weather forecast from the David Meade Show, and I have some great news today. That I will have some things that I'm going to enjoy talking about today. And you got the friends from the Fall River Public Library is welcoming Representative Alan Sylvia. Memorial remains a true story from radical murders. So it's on Saturday, March 25th at 1:30 p.m. following Friends annual meetings. Join us for a chat with a state representative, Alan Sylvia, and the retired Fall River police officer detective who served on the team investigating the cult murder of the 1979-1980s. This is free talk. Will take place in the meeting room after an annual meeting of the Friends of the Fall River Public Library. And all friends are welcome. So anybody wants to join Alan Sylvia on that day and talk about the 1979 and 1980 murders. Alan Sylvia was him and his team was the investigator on that and there was a lot of complications, with that. So registration is required. Call 508-324-2700 extension 2 and sign up. If anybody wants to sign up for the Fall River Public Library, they actually can. So I got some things here I want to talk about tonight on tonight's show. DNA family identified the victim in 1978 Massachusetts murder mystery. And 60-year-old Watertown man arrested after robbing banks in the city. Dorchester neighborhood on Monday, according to news release from the department Department of Justice, when a 33-year-old Francisco from Massachusetts tried to stab and flight attendants, and open exit door aboard the flight. Yeah, see, yeah, that's it. See, that's another thing. It's when you're on a plane, and somebody, causes chaos on a plane. I mean, there's all kinds of demands. You know what I'm saying? They want you to all demands, but that is crazy. So, Clearwater Dunkin' Donuts employee is accused of shooting a customer after argument. Well, see, that's another thing, and this is what we actually talk about every day. Mostly, we talk about violence, and we talk about violence. Whether if it's in our city or anybody else's city, if you got a Dunkin' Donuts employee, that shoots a customer after an argument, you can't, you can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's it's ridiculous. So those are today's stories today, and the search still continues. This morning, of a 43-year-old woman who was last seen in Fairhaven yesterday morning. So this woman was last seen in Fairhaven and yesterday morning. So the search is still continuing, and they had to call in some dogs, and some air support and everything, and Coast Guard and Harbor Patrol, Coast Guard, to actually find this woman. It must be so hard on the families, that this woman is missing. You know what I'm saying? And it is. It is hard on the families that this woman is missing. And I hope when they find this woman, I will keep you updated on the story as they're looking as they are looking for to help this woman. So because this is like this is kind of a tragedy that always happens. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So we just want to be sure that this woman is safe. Found safe. You know what I'm saying? So it is. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's what you call heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? So when you have somebody like maybe your relatives or somebody missing like this. So and now I want to focus on another source that that I got, according to Newcastle County Division of the police. 22-year-old Andrew Element ignored the order of arrest. So police officer killed a man and injured a woman outside of Wellington 7-Eleven. Wow, that's quite an impress. You know what I'm saying? Wellington, it's Wellington right there. It's a convenience store, 7-Eleven. And it's kind of hard, even on a police officer too. When a police officer shoots a suspect, you know what I'm saying, and it's sometimes when a police officer approaches a suspect, whether if it's in a bank robbery or or an unarmed robbery or whatever you want to call it. I mean, when a police officer tells you to, to stop, you stop. Okay, and if a police officer tells you not to resist arrest, you don't resist arrest, because unfortunately they will tase you. They will, do whatever they can to bring you into justice. You know what I'm saying? So, the breaking news, according to the LAPD, suspect Carl H. William, 28, of Lindsberg, was last seen inside the home in Peace Street. Well, so this is what you call this was a standoff. This was a standoff, and this dude right here. So we can get you a clear picture of him, and so that way you can actually see him. So that is him. He is a there was a standoff over there. So and we want to address that situation. So vehicle located, law enforcement. It was found in a vehicle by their were looking for, which is they said was parked outside of the garage. So the vehicle cited and hit and run crash found parking outside of Mountain County garage by the FHP. So, wow, I mean, look at that, huh? This is what happens, when somebody drinks and drives, and does all kinds of crazy things, So, I mean, that's what happens, and we can't, we can't even, you can't drink and drive. You know what I'm saying? And it's really sad when somebody like that, hits your car and just takes off. You know what I'm saying? So, so I want to focus on another thing. So I want to get through all these things. All these issues that I see here. Watching Florida gator tear through a metal fence with the alarming east. Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty impressed. That alligators in Florida, and how they tear right through, a fence. You know what I'm saying? When you throw it was safe to a vendor outside the Florida, but stay aware you are. It is a zoo down here. Yeah, I mean, it was safe at one point. Down there by the zoo when you can, take your vendors down there and vendor down there. But when you got alligators around, forget it. I mean, alligators, crocodiles, they're not the same. If you notice on an alligator, I think an alligator's got a longer nose than a gator, or crocodile or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, but and they think and sometimes you would think and say, geez, wow, I can move down to Florida, I can, relax down there in my backyard, and all of a sudden you see an alligator trampling through your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Walking through your backyard. Stops, looks at you. He's not waving. I'm saying he's not going to wave at you, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to say hello to you. Yeah, so I mean that is the that is the case, for that. Uh, judge committed a judge committed suicide after being forced to resign amid by ethic. So wow, Jennifer Bell. Wow, this is quite an impress. You know what I'm saying? And a judge committed suicide after being forced to resign in a men ethic problem. Wow, ain't that impress, huh? Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have, an ethic problem, around. And I also want to focus on a today. There was a gas leak at the Fall River bus station today, and but everything's all set. At the Fall River bus station, so everything's all set. There was a gas leak over there, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? So, the Liberty Utilities gas company took care of it, shut off the gas and over there and in that area. So, with that being said, now we have a breaking news: a woman reported missing from Fairhaven has been found alive, and thank God. This is a breaking news from NBC 10 Boston. Breaking news: a woman reported missing was from Fairhaven has been found alive. Thank you. Missing Fairhaven woman found alive in the woods near Shorelines over there. So that is a breaking news, folks. The woman was found alive out of Fairhaven. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for that. And that was and I just actually got done mentioning this, and this woman was found, found alive in the woods near shorelines and the shorelines. So I want to thank the state police and the all and law enforcement, Coast Guard, and Harbor Patrol for their service and taking all this effort and finding this woman. Thank you guys for doing that. The city Dartmouth police, state troopers, and Coast Guard and Harbor Master, whether they call Harbor Patrol, and the Coast Guard. Thank you, and I want to thank everybody for the service, looking out there and finding this woman. And thank God, and thank you guys for your service. And you guys are great. So this is coming from the David Meade show. So from the David Meade show, this is where this is coming from. So that was a breaking news out of Dartmouth, and that was awesome. And that is a relief. Now we can actually put these things behind us now and move on and move on. So yeah, wow, that was a long, long haul for that. I just got done talking about that just a few minutes ago, and wow, and it's right up there, and yeah, it is. It was right up there, and so Burke County dog, and but anyways, but thank God though she was found. I mean that is a blessing to everybody. So this is the David Meade Show, America First. Conservative, Republican, and just wanted to actually put that out there so to make sure. Beck County dog is Canberry Bunny throughout casting final seeking votes. Wow. Well, check that out, huh? It's pretty awesome. There's nothing much going on right now. There was just a little bit of, okay, Tesla drive charger with a vehicle assault and a boulder crash that left a man significant. Wow, a Tesla drive drove involved in a crash boulder that left a man with a significant injuries last month was charged and booked. You see this? Booked into jail Tuesday. Wow, look at that, huh? That's quite a something, huh? I mean, a Tesla. Wow, huh? That's crazy. Let me see. Let me read that. Uh, Let me read that again. Boulder calls of a Tesla driver involved in a crash. Boulder that left a man with a significant injuries last month was charged and booked into jail Tuesday. Oof. Donna Johnson, 50, of Eric faces a single felony charge of vertical assault and reckless in driving and in connection with the February 18th crash that significantly injured a 31-year-old man. According to Boulder Police spokesman Donna Wing, the man's condition is not currently unknown. The Tesla Model 3 was driving a westbound on Arapahoe when a Subaru Crosstrek turned left in front of the Tesla and leading to a collision between the two vehicles, and the Subaru when struck a power pole at the southeastern corner of the intersection, according to police. The victim was originally identified as a woman by police. The Tesla autopilot was not engaged, and traffic officers believe speed was a factor in the crash, that the spokeswoman said. The crash spokeswoman said. Jordan, who was not injured in the crash, was booked in Boulder County Jail Tuesday. Well, I mean, that's what happens, okay? I mean, either this guy was either this guy was drunk or something, yeah. So I mean, he wasn't injured, but I mean, he injured a 33-year-old woman that was driving a Subaru, and it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is what happens. I mean, it's not a it's the way people drive on the street. I mean, it's either you're drinking and driving, or I mean, and or coming out of a bar and then drive. Then it's I mean, it's either way. So either way, um, it's gonna happen. So and that's it. I mean, there's no I mean, when you're driving a car, I don't care if you're driving a Tesla. I don't care if you're driving a Subaru. I don't care if you're driving hydro bird car. I don't care what you're driving. Okay. The thing is, the key to the whole thing, that you're not supposed to be drinking and driving, or even texting on your phone, according to the general laws, because I mean, you're not supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, things need to, you need to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually, sorry about that. Nose is itchy. You need to not to drink and drive like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the law. You know what I'm saying? And and if you can't follow the law, then then you shouldn't be driving. You know what I'm saying? If you can't follow the law, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the law requires. The law requires everybody to follow them. So follow them and keep your license. You know what I'm saying? And have a clean record to show for. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is how this is. It's so today, no updates on Tom Brady, how he said he was going to retire. So there's no updates on that yet. So I'm waiting for an update on Tom Brady, the one that played for the Patriots. He was a VP for the Patriots, so I'm waiting up on that to see if he's going to. You know, so I am going to wait on that, and then that'll be a good breaking news. You know, for the yeah, so that will be a good breaking news there. So, in that point, and so San Antonio Alma Bear co-host date long Betty Page birthday bash April 29th. Byron Irwin has been Morse diagnosed with 37 illnesses, validated for years of pain. Hope you get better. Prayers out for you. And you know, but let's see what else can we talk about today. I know I got something else here. I need to actually talk about too as well. Let's see here. See this guy here. Breaking news over here on a second man arrested in connection with the Oxford Bar and Grill shooting. So that was another breaking news over here. Second person is in custody in connection with the February 26th shooting at the Mars Bar. So I mean that's about it, and for all of these, and that's about it for all of these. So yes, I mean and again, and I just want to. Let me see, wait a minute. I think I have a few more here. Oh yeah, Gallery 35 detained after violence in the Atlantic Police training site. Wow, that is not cool at all. I mean, it's at the Galleria 35 detained after violence at the Atlantic Police training site. So that is not cool at all. And and again, I'm still wondering, about Mayor Paul Coogan, if he's, going to. I'm still wondering if there's any investigation on the whereabouts of these two young adults that beat up this man downtown a few weeks ago, and wonder if they were brought into custody and charged with armed robbery. If they were charged with armed robbery and armed robbery, because that video is still out there, posted all over Facebook and everything, and I wonder if those suspects were caught. If they were, I will keep you up to date on that situation too, because that would actually be a breaking news too as well. Because I mean, showing violence like that towards other people is not the way to go. Kicking somebody to the ground and robbing their money is also not the way to go too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we got to crack down on this, on all this, because this is like way getting too out of hand for the city. So I mean, we'll crack down on this. These the violence that are going across this whole city and everything, and the Florida Police Department. We got very little resources out there, and and the mayor is in charge of all this, and apparently that people saying that the mayor doesn't want to do anything about it. So I mean, so every time we tell it to the mayor, what happens is that Okay, well, he seems to slip away and ignore this, these situations that happen here in the city of Fall River. I mean, you know, if you want to keep people living here, you got to keep the residents and the people safe here in the city of Fall River. You know, we can't have all this structure going on here in the city of Fall River and expect the people to put up with it, all the time. That people go out and people fear about their cars being destroyed. Waking up in the morning, geez, I wonder if my car's going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? What is the city mayor doing about it? You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, in the other videos, Mr. Coogan, we're going to hold you responsible for your actions because the people are spoken, and they want to be safe here in the city of Fall River. You know what I'm saying? And the city of Fall River, you got old ladies being robbed. You got our banks being robbed. I mean, at this one point, when I ran for city council, I had brought up all this issue, and this issue is still remaining in our city, and we don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And the residents, they want to be able to walk out of their house down the street, and go to a grocery store at 5 o'clock, or go to a convenience store and go buy a milk and bread without fearing of being jumped and robbed or mugged or kidnapped or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The city of Fall River, we're supposed to keep our residents safe in our city of Fall River. So I mean, so with that being said, I got something else I want to turn to. Texas burglar ends up in a yelling for help after shooting a dog homeowner who pulled. So Texas burglar ends up in a yelling for help after shooting a dog. A homeowner who pulled out his own gun. Police say by Carlos Grant, March 6, 2023. So this is the incident that's that went on over in Florida. So Texas. I'm sorry, Texas. I wish I can. Let me see here. A little bit. You probably could see it a little bit. I'm not sure. No, you can't. It's a little. So I mean, I wanted to actually show you that and read that. I didn't have enough time, so tonight I'm gonna be doing some of my notes later on tonight and everything, and see what's going on here and talk about serious things. And thankful that twice 2 years, but and people, oh boy. Nashville man sentenced for possession of over 80 grams of fentanyl. Wow, that's a crime. Crime alert! And Nashville man has been arrested after being found with a significant amount of fentanyl on Monday. Wow. That was yesterday, according to Metro PD. You know what I'm saying? So look at that. You know what I'm saying? So these are the kind of things that the news reporters don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? They don't address this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And but I like to address this stuff. All around all around. You know what I'm saying? I do because of the because I think it's right. You know what I'm saying? People ought to know whether if we live in Fall River, we live in Florida, or we live in Tennessee, Texas, or Kentucky, or wherever we live. I mean, we should be able to know what's going on all around the country. You know what I'm saying? So. A woman crashed into a bakery, goes next door for manicure. She's like, yes, I am fine. So, I mean, why would a woman get into a crash and go for a manicure? A woman crashes into a bakery, goes to next door for a manicure, so she likes, yes, I am fine. A woman in Canada had an annual reaction after slamming her Jeep into a bakery. She walked over to get her nails done at the salon next door by CTV News Toronto reports that. Wow. Imagine that, huh? Wow, cool. Yeah. You go to store, you get into an accident. Guess what? Uh, you get to go to a salon and get a manicure done. Huh? Awesome. That is a that is a bizarre. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never. I've heard of people do dumb things, but this one here just lit up the whole sky. Yeah, this did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it did. It's kind of like it's a comedy. You know what I'm saying? People go out there. They do they do dumb things. You know what I'm saying? They're either running a red light or they're running a stoplight. You know what I'm saying? And crashing into people's cars. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm out there basically a lot of times, and you wouldn't you wouldn't believe half the things you see out there. But early education in a program is at risk for closing a classroom due to a lack of funding. So look at that, huh? Imagine that. I mean, here is how Massachusetts are getting paid to get solar. So I mean, a lack of funding. I mean, you're gonna close early childhood education programs that could help young children at the age of 5 and 6 and up. I mean, so how are they gonna learn? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is the most important thing in the world to actually have for a child that wants to learn. Learn how to become somebody when he gets older, when he's a teenager or when he's an adult. So I mean, early childhood care worker says Rhode Island is the youngest student is being shortchanged in the governor's proposal budget. These kids are always being shortchanged all the time. So why? Yeah, I mean, even in Massachusetts, I hear children being shortchanged all the time. You know what I'm saying, on things. So why are our kids are being shortchanged on things? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have the money in the budget. I mean, why don't we just take something out instead of taking the early childhood education away from children? Why don't we take something out that we don't need and keep the education for the children and stuff? So I mean, that is a uh, that's something that children need to have. You know what I'm saying? Development and stuff like that. Like like say if they have a speech impairment and stuff, and they're having a hard time talking and everything. We have speech therapy and stuff for the children so they can learn more and how to talk and a little bit more. Because sometimes when a child is born, okay, and when they hit a certain age group, probably about 1 or 2 years old, sometimes they have a hard time talking. You know what I'm saying? And you need speech therapy therapists to go to their house and everything. We need so that way when they go to school, when they go to early childhood education programs, right? they can learn how to speak up. You know what I'm saying? And and how to talk. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I mean, but closing the schools, closing the early education schools like that. I mean, that is something that children need, and I wish the governor of Rhode Island, does the right thing. You know what I'm saying, and keeps that open. I mean, seeing these things makes me sad. Okay, seeing all these things. Community members saying that they won't wait for officials cleaning Pawtucket underpass. So yes, so yeah, I mean the Pawtucket underpass too is filthy under there, and it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? The way it's a shame, and the way people throw things all over the place. I mean, they do it here in Fall River, so I mean, there's no Pacific difference between a underpath and throwing hundreds of mattresses around the city of Fall River, so where people can just actually just pick them up and everything. But so I mean, it is. I mean, it's ridiculous. So a woman returns the Lady Gaga stolen bulldog and suing her and turning the tales into something of a bad romance with Lady Gaga. Dogs were gone napped, and their walks was shot in February of 2021. The pop star offered a $50,000 reward for her French bulldog. She is offering $500,000 for anyone who has her dog. No questions asked of any enormous source closes the Gaga related name of Sapphire Jones told NBC News at the time. Yeah, see, a dog's missing. See that? Yeah, yeah. So it's awesome. It's awesome when your dog's missing. It's not good when your dog's missing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a something that we never want. Especially our animals. Animals are like children. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and when you have a dog for a very long time, and somebody takes them, and it's like, what I'm saying, it's like, and it's like you wanna, it's like you want to, cry. You know what I'm saying, so I mean, but Jennifer Macbrid brought two dogs to the Los Angeles Police Olympics and community station 2 days after she left. Police say Macbird report she found dogs and responded to a reward email by returning them. How did Macbird find the dog? She was dating the father of one of the shooters and kidnappers. Wow, that's not good at all. Macbeth was in a relationship with Harold White and the father of Jay Lennon White, who was 19 years old at the time, and both ordered adults were terminated to be accessories to the internal crimes, according to police press release by Macbeth and the White here arrest alongside of an 18-year-old James Jackson, age 27 years old, Lafayette Wiley, who was charged with one count each of being an accessory after the facts and receiving stolen property, and pleaded no contest to the later charge this past December. So this was like all past December. However, now Macbird is alleged that by failing to pay this no questions asked award later, Gaga is in breach of contract and committee fraud by false promises and fraud by the misrepresentation. She says in the 8-page lawsuit that the award was never intended to file and made with the intended to defraud and induce numbers of the public, such as the plaintiff, to rely upon it and to act upon said promises by locating and delivering Lady Gaga's bulldog to the defendant. In addition to recover of the $50,000 award by Macbird, demanding $1.5 million in damages. The likely logical crunch of the case hinges on the idea that Lady Gaga entered into an internal contract with Macbird and a internal contract and a discussion because of the terms of the deal are based on performance. In eternal contract, there is an express offer that payments is made only by a party performance, right in the Cornell Law School in a blogging post. Another example of a unlawful contract is a reward of a contest. Look at that, huh? Oh my God. Yeah, Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh. With a bulldog, you know what I'm saying? And it's awesome. It's crazy. I mean, Lady Gaga, she she offers these rewards, and all of a sudden, and now she says, well, that she's not going to pay the $50,000 and everything. So I mean, but why enter something in a contract if you're not gonna follow through with it? You know what I'm saying? So that all end up in a lawsuit and everything, and a big problem for Lady Gaga, which is she should but I mean if you're going to enter a something in a if you're going to enter something in a contract, make sure that the other people are seeing this. Well, CPAC is live now. CPAC is now live. Representative Laura Robertson joins Matt Whitaker at the CPAC in DC. So I mean, they are remotely packed in the house today. So let me put this slow for a second because I do not want to. They're talking about Love and Lauren. Love. Let me see, Super and Love and Bremish Fashion Northeast in Ireland. Yeah, well, I mean, yes. Hey, I love Ireland. You know what I'm saying Ireland is a big, huge tradition over there in that area. So yeah, I mean Ireland. Ireland is a place where that so Ireland is a place where that you I'm trying to let me see here. Let's see here. Let me see here. They post a link. Let me see what's going on here. Well, they, you go to my YouTube channel, the David Meade Show, and you can watch all the, uh, you know, um, you know, exclusives and listen to, all my radio shows and stuff too. So, I mean, you can actually go there and listen to it, and like I said, if anybody's interested in good furniture, I have a good furniture to give away if anybody's really interested. It's up on Facebook. Two white love seat and a white couch and a bureau. I mean, it's in good condition. It's sitting out in my backyard. If anybody wants it, they can actually come and actually get it, and so if they want it. So I mean, it's in good condition. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no stains on it. There's actually nothing, on it. It's really good condition, and love to donate it to somebody that really needs it. So yeah, it's out there in my backyard. If somebody actually wants it, so yeah, it's in good condition. I mean, it's awesome, and I kind of kind of what I like to give it to somebody that can really use it, that cannot afford furniture out there, that doesn't have any type of money. So I mean, I want to. That's why I want to let you know if anybody's interested in the furniture out there. Inquire of it, and then come back, and you can come in to my yard, and but please let somebody know that knock on somebody's door and let them know that you're here for the furniture. So and make sure so that way we can tell you go ahead and go into the backyard and go pick it up. You got to have a pickup truck. If you have a pickup truck, then you can come and get it. It's still sitting there in my yard. And unless somebody's interested, because it's going to go out in the trash very soon. So I mean, it's not going to be there for long. So if anybody's interested in it, go in, come and get it. If you have a truck, if you have a carriage or a push cart, then you can actually just throw it in a push cart and just take it away. Um, so it's in good condition. If anybody wants it, uh, come and get it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? And it's for somebody that don't have the money to buy any furniture. So it's there. Go pick it up. And that's it. Same thing with. I mean, but that's about it. For let me see. Let me see if there's anything else going on, and because I still got a little bit of time here, and so I want to see what else is going on here. Yeah, in this wilderness, this place that we live, that it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying, and the Cole family in Australia, most inboard of families with 4 generations incest is leaving. Wow, let's see what's going on with this. Wow, on a farm, Will Saltwell, Australia, lived the Colt family, which it could be the world most inbred family in 2012. That from was raided after a child reported overhearing another child at the school talking about unkept girl living in the bus who got pregnant, and the father was uh, rumors is to be here, brother. It was the real accusations that the girl was in school, as it was said. They often stay away from others and did not attend school, except one, and once in a while. So this guy here was a wow, a cult family is in Australia most inbred family, 4 generations incest, living in a secret common, arrested. Look at that. You know what? This guy here is a scum. You know what I'm saying, of the earth. Okay, and he deserves to be held accountable for what he's doing. So, I mean, that's just that. You know what I'm saying, and it's sad, that you have to, and then again with the sixth generation of the same family opposed together with a newborn, and a Mormon man TikToking who went viral for self swinging was arrested on suspicious. Let me see what was this suspicious of. Uh, TikToker who went viral soft and swinging was arrested on suspicions of domestic violence. Well, I mean, again, we talk about domestic violence. We talk about domestic abuse. We talk about these things every single day. Sometimes when I get around to it, and Paul State social media influence has no bearing on impact on the investigation to outcome of his case, and the police in Harriman Oath said in a statement. But the thing is, police in Harrison Oath responded to around 11 p.m. on February 17th to reports of a domestic violence at his home and office. Said they found probable cause to arrest Taylor and Frank Paul, 28, on suspicious of misdemeanors and assault, criminal mischiefs, and a commission of domestic violence in the presence of a child, police announced Friday. So, when you have, when you have children, okay, and you know, and there's, and a mother and a father, and they're fighting back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And if you're showing, if a mother and father is fighting back and forth, okay, in a house in front of a child, and you know what, you're basically, let's put it this way, okay, you're basically showing that child, okay, that you're basically showing that child and saying it's okay for mom and dad to be fighting back and forth, and calling each another names, inappropriate names. You know what I'm saying? So you're basically, that's what actually you're basically doing. Okay, you can't. You got to know this. Okay, when you have a child in the house, and and if I mean, yes, I mean, I'm not saying that all parents are perfect. Some are not. You know what I'm saying? And some are not perfect. And we have to keep in mind that hey, look, there's a child in the house. Please do not swear. Please do not fight with it. Let's not fight with with the child in the house. You know what I'm saying? Kids pick up things like kids pick up things like you wouldn't believe. I'm telling you. I mean, the kids today. I remember when I was a kid. Hey, I picked up a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a child in the house and a kid wants to speak to you, please listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You know what I'm saying? Stop and take a moment to say, hey, what's going on? Do you want to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? And take that time. You know what I'm saying? To talk to them. But if you're going to ignore a child, okay, something, a child ain't gonna understand. Okay. Well, my parents ignoring me. Gee, well, I'm not an adult yet, so there's two adults back and forth, and here I am waving my hand and saying, "Hey, I'm here. Please look down at me, listen to me." You know what I'm saying? But if a parent is going to ignore if you're going to ignore your child, then something. Then your kid's going to say, okay, kid's going to remember that. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, look, hey, when I was a child, you ignored me, so I'm going to ignore you. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's always best to listen to your child, and always best to know what he wants and what he wants, okay, or what he's going to talk about, okay. It's always best to listen, okay. You got to you got to listen, okay. Basically, even when you're in, even when they're going to school, you know what I'm saying, and they come home and they want to talk to you, and and you also got to take the time, okay, take the time with them and say, look, hey, I'm getting kind of concerned about your future. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna say, well, what about? You know what I'm saying? What about my future? Then you say, hey, look, can we take the time to sit down and have a chat about your future, and talk about the things that you like to do. You know what I'm saying? This is like all about you, not me. You know what I'm saying? So you want to ask your child that, okay? Because because how do you know? Okay, how do you know what your child wants to do? Okay, you can say, hey, I had you for 9 months. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, that doesn't mean anything at all. Okay, you have to know about your child. You got to know what kind of things that he likes and what he wants to be in the future. So, a child could say, hey, I want to be a police officer. Hey, I want to be a fireman. Hey, I want to be a doctor. Hey, I want to be a politician. Hey, I want to be this. I want to be that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep, tell, hey, what do you want? What do you like to be? You know what I'm saying? He could say all those things. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a fireman. I want to be a police officer. I want to be this. You know what I'm saying? Or Senate, or maybe a president or something. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? So they could well say that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to be a masseuse, a massage therapist, and and make money. Or a eye doctor or something. You know what I'm saying? Or a work for or a grocery clerk or something, or customer service department too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sit there. You gotta sit with them and ask them, because if you don't, you'll never know you'll never know. Okay, in a million years of what your kid wants to do. Okay, don't assume that your kid wants to be this. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume anything. You sit down, you ask. Okay, it doesn't hurt to take 5 minutes of your time to ask your child. Okay, what you want. Okay, it doesn't. It only takes 5 minutes, if that. It takes basically 20 minutes. I sit down and with Jake, my son Jake, a lot. Okay, and I ask him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Even when he was 11, I've asked him, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times he'll say, I want to be a masseuse, but he did change his mind. Now he loves computers, okay? He loves computers. He loves Minecraft. He's even got his, own Minecraft show. Please go to his Crazy Jake 2016. He has his own Minecraft. Go check out his Minecraft on YouTube. Look him up, and and it's awesome. My son is very creative on what he likes to do. You know what I'm saying? And one day, if one day he might come on my show and on the David Meade show and explain, why he does this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it as that, and I'm gonna leave him tell you the rest and why he likes doing all these things. But please go check out his Crazy Jake Crazy Jake 316. He's got a YouTube channel, and go check out his web. His Minecraft is awesome. The things that he creates, it's awesome. Okay, he awesome. And let me tell you something. He one day put a hard drive in a PC, and he really gave it to my brother, and my brother took it over to Staples and had it diagnosed. And you know something? The guy turned around and said, "Whoever put this hard drive in here did a wonderful job." And that's my son. You know what I'm saying? And I love that kid to death. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's putting he's he's putting he's being creative, and on all these things, and that's pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? That he is also being creative. Being creative in Minecraft. Please look at his look at his YouTube channel, and you'll see you'll see what I mean. You know what I'm saying? He's awesome. You know what I'm saying? And so I have something here I want to read. But anyways, just go to Crazy Jake 316. He's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. I mean, you're gonna love all these Minecrafts and things that this my son loves to do. So I'm gonna read something here. Paul was arrested and booked into the Salt Lake City County Jail and released on the following day after she was booked, and police said they received an additional video evidence and referred this case to the district attorney's office for review and further charges, including felony assaults. This evidence is also suggested that during the incident, Mrs. Paul, minor child, was injured by an action of Miss Paul, police said. Paul, of 2 children, further regularly on her TikTok, where she amassed more than 4 million followers. She went viral last year when she divided from the Mormon mom influencer scripts and opened up about the soft swinging life fastly with her then husband. Wow, my God. And this is like crazy. Suspect under arrest in a weekend after chilling baby stupid online, bragging about the shooting. Oh my good Lord. The wife of a doctor accused of driving his family off a cliff and a Tesla does not want him to be prosecuted, and a domestic violence experts say that kind of behavior isn't uncommon. Wow, the wife and the man accused of driving his family off a cliff and a Tesla does not want to prosecute, and a domestic violence expert told the insider of this type of behavior and victims are not uncommon. Prosecutors are handling this case, are treating it like a domestic violence case, and local DA said, "Good. This is ridiculous. Look at this, man. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? This is like ridiculous. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? So, and this over here, suspect under arrest weekend after calling a baby stupid online, bragging about shooting the father at least 8 times with a rifle, cop said. Oh, Kentucky man is in custody more than 2 weeks after he allegedly called a man's baby stupid the internet and shot the victim multiple times when they confronted each other. A person later on local police say uh, Coventry Covertown Police Department said Thursday morning, which is this was something that the news don't tell you. Morning Nicole is turned and surrendered of the night before he was booked just before midnight in the Kentucky County Detention Center to face attempted murder charges and a February 1st shooting. Law Crime can confirm that Turner is 21, is in jail on a $250,000 bond. He'll never get out because you can't. If you got a $250,000 bond, you might as well say, forget it. You're not gonna come up with that, stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, Low Crime reported on Monday that a warrant has been issued for Turner's arrest and that he was wanted in Kentown County. Investigators had believe he could still be hiding out in the area of prosecutors say that Turner and man he knew he got into online dispute over a suspect allegedly calling a baby stupid. Well, yeah, there's one. He's done for. You know what I'm saying? He is. The Dominican ex-friend caught winking at camera before judge punishes sociopath for 2009. So let me see this. Let's see what this is about. Dominican ex-boyfriend caught winking at the camera before the judge pushed sociopath for the 2019 death of a substitute teacher. Yeah, killed a substitute teacher, nutcase. A New York judge on Wednesday sentenced the ex-boyfriend and admitted killing of a 36-year-old Newburgh substitute teacher Jessica Lopez to the service more than decades in prison, calling the defendant and a sociopath. Matthew Mercado fate was sealed not long after he was caught winking at the News 12 camera on his way into the courthouse. Orange County District Attorney David M. Hoveler said Wednesday that Mercado, 40, was sentenced to 16 to 19 years after pleading guilty to ruthless and a half of a year ago to charges of a second-degree manslaughter and a second-degree burglary, and he attempted with a physical evidence. Wow, prosecutors say Marco admitted last August that on November 3rd, 2019, he gave the victim drugs in a motel room and didn't call for help. Even thought it was abuse to him, and the Lopez could die if she did not receive emergency medical attention at that time. Marco pleaded guilty in a manslaughter and a second-degree murder. He admitted that on November 3rd, 2019, approximately 5 a.m., while he and Jessica Lopez were alone inside a room at 33 of the Windsor Motel, he caused the death of Jessica Lopez by giving her a variety of legal narcotics and drugs, and which caused Jessica Lopez to have a several adverse reaction, and that when he observed Jessica Lopez having that reaction, he failed to obtain medical aid for her and instead kept her canceled inside the motel where she died. And the prosecutors say Marco also stated that at the time he saw Jessica Lopez having the reaction to the legal drugs and failed to obtain medical treatment for her and consistently disregard a substantial and unjustifiable risk that she could die from drugs. And this is like pretty sad. You know what I'm saying? This is a story that, when people like that, I mean, the guy could have, should have, could have or should have gotten something, some medical attention for this woman. And, people like that disgust me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, prosecutors pointed out that the Empire State could Manton law is such as Marco wouldn't have faced drug charges, and he is gotten help for Lopez. And however, hours before Lopez's death, Marco had also committed a burglary in a neighboring hotel's rooms where 3 high school girls were staying. That reports that they were in bed and woke to Marco being present in their room. Prosecutors say Marco admitted to stealing handbags and book bags from the students' room. In addition to Marco's sentence, included of 2 to 4 years after attempting with these evidences by moving Lopez's body from the motel room to the trunk of her own car. Marco admitted that he had a wrap and Miss Lopez's body in the sheet with a tape entirely secret. Mrs. Lopez underneath platforms, beds, and the motel room, and they had shared, prosecutor said. This is a long story. Sentencing Judge William D. Prospo went so far as to call Marco a sociopath, manipulators, and a killer when ordering him into prison. The judge reportedly joined in that commentation by Lopez is serving a relative who appears in court with the knowledge that Marco has facing a second-degree murder charge in the case prior to plea agreement. During the hearing, Lopez's father Shut and her brother Ernesto calls Marco evil and demonic, according to the News 12. The DA, however, believed by Marco as a sociopath, a liar, and a prosecutor reportedly said he believes Lopez was the victim of a domestic violence. Contrary, Marco exploitation about how she died. Although Marco Caro confessed to dumping the victim's body behind Price Chopper and the Newburgh investigators have never been able to find Lopez's remains. So that's it right there. That's a shame, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a shame. You know what I'm saying? He did, this guy. I mean, I don't know if you can see him. I mean, that's a picture of him right there. I don't know how. That's a picture of the woman and him. You know what I'm saying? Laughing. You know what I'm saying? Well, he killed this young lady too, right here. So this guy's something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just read these things out, and it's pretty sad that we have to deal with sociopath evil. You know what I'm saying, in the world. Okay, and it shouldn't even be that way, because let me tell you something. Okay, we have children. I got grandchildren. That are in this world, and I try to keep them safe. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I do these podcasts, these shows, and everything is so that way to make people aware of what is going on here in this, and what is going on here. You know what I'm saying? What kind of type of world that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? Where we shouldn't. We all should be. Looking out for each other, and and I always say this all the time. We should be looking out for each other. You know what I'm saying? And letting people know, what is going on here in the and what is going on here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's just it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We have to. We cannot rely on any other news source. But we can always rely on our news source, like podcasts like the David Meade Show. I even have Fall River Media News. I still have that page. We just want people to go and like that page too. If you have any comments on anything I had said today, please leave a message and leave a comment. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go and check out these comments right now, because I think let me see. Let me go check out these comments right now, and read these comments out right now and see what's up. Oh, Marie. Okay, Marie Pereira wants a good day. I hear in Fall River. You got Dunkin' Donut, man, and everyone is going to the Dunkin' every morning, man. Everyone is going to Dunkin'. Well, yeah, I mean Dunkin' Donuts is a place that people do go. I mean, in Fall River, but I mean you don't want your Dunkin' employee. You don't want your Dunkin' employee turn around and have an argument with somebody, then end up shooting the person later. You know what I'm saying? So, and these criminals are just kids, and man, they are just kids, man. Let me tell you something. These criminals, they are just young kids, and let me tell you something. Children are children are one of the most, okay, in the world, okay. If a child is gonna act up, if a child's gonna go and rob a bank, if a child's gonna go and whack somebody over the head and steal their pocketbook, I mean, and sometimes they go down the wrong path too. You know what I'm saying? But we can't, we can protect our kids in certain points, but when they're adults, we cannot protect them anymore. They have to learn from life experience. You know what I'm saying? So they do. They got to learn from life experience, because if they don't learn from life experience, and if we keep uh, babying them and we keep telling them and trying to keep them safe, and then it's gonna be worse out there. You know what I'm saying? So as children, yes, we can keep them safe, but as an adults, we have to let them spread their wing and let them get out there and make their own mistake, because that's the way life is. Okay, life is. Okay. Yes, I love to protect my children. Yes, I'd love to protect my grandchildren. Yes, I can protect my grandchildren now because they're small. Okay? But when they get older and they hit that age of 18 and 21, they have to learn what life is all about. Okay? They have to learn what life is all about. Okay? Because life is the strangest things in the world. Okay? Jeez. If I can go back when I was, if I can go back 30 years when I was a kid growing up, I mean, I thought, yeah, hey, I'm just a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just a kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? In Fall River, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know what's going on. Hey, I got to get up for school in the morning. I got homework to do. I got, these other things to do. I ain't got time for, hanging out and stuff. When I was a kid, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, all my life, okay, it was, when I was a kid, all my life was, hanging outside, riding a bike. People used to take my bike on me and all. Yeah, I got into a few scruffles or, with people taking my bike. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, we were kids back then. I used to go play on the Fice and Savings Bank flag. I used to go to Sam's Bakery, go grab the bread over there. You know what I'm saying? And wonderful people on Flint Street, especially Sam's Bakery. You know what I'm saying? Sam's Bakery was one of the most, manish, meat pies, bread. I mean, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And delicious, But Sam passed away. When I went over there, and they said, "Hey, I remember you. Your name is Dave, right?" I goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." I says, "How you doing? How's Sam doing?" "Oh, Sam passed away." I said, "Well, sorry to hear that. That actually happened." You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of a legend around Flint Street. You know what I'm saying? So I have history, with that place, with Flint Street, playing on the Fice and Savings Bank. Hey, I got history with the Flint. Okay, when I was a kid, walk down the street, mind my own business, look and see what not no. They never cared of what was going on. I was just a kid. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I was just a kid who lived in Fall River. And that was it. It wasn't bad, when I was a kid, but now look at it. It's terrible. So enough about me. Watching a judge deny bail for a teenager accused of the Delhi shooting. See, these are kids, man. These are children. Okay, I mean, these are kids. You know, these are. You know what I'm saying? And these are kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's awful that we have to deal with this kind of situation. And yeah, we have to. I went a little bit over time. Sorry. So a man faces execution in the death of East Range wife and daughter. Yeah, well, the Texas inmate is facing schedule for execution Tuesday. Well, he probably already died because Tuesday. Well, today, in the evening there. Today, yeah, a Texas inmate faces scheduled execution today evening in the fatal stabbing of his strange wife and drowning her 6-year-old daughter in a drowning a 6-year-old daughter in a bathtub nearly 14 years ago. Wow. So 14 years ago, statute of limitations. There's no statute of limitations on murder, but yeah, it's pretty sad. Story. In 1957, Ford Thunderbird convertible. Look at that, man. Look at that baby, huh? Ain't that baby cute? Thunderbird, awesome. I love Thunderbirds, especially with that. Reports retired by QB Tom Brady may not be done after all, according to his source. According to the source, this guy says so many times that he's going to retire and he's not. And this is why he lost his wife and his kid. Okay? Because he's not going to retire. You know what I'm saying? He's not. Okay? This guy reports of retiring QB Tom Brady may not be done after all, according to a source. The source is reporting this. So, look at this. Tom Brady has done what about every other quarterback has done, and then some. And then that list may be soon included Brett Favre, the twice retirement NFL legend, has been really quitted since calling it quits after a disappointment wildcard loss to the Cowboys earlier this year, only popping up around Miami for some events and making an appearance at the UFC 280 last week, but he couldn't soon come to that could soon come to an end, according to the Rich Elson source that were at the NFL cabin Indianapolis this past week, believe that Brady is not done after all, and the Miami Dolphins is a team to watch. Look at that. Brady might not be done after all, which is a player on an NFL, according to Rich Elson's show, who talked to the people. So, folks that saying that keep an eye on Miami. Brady might not be done yet. I'm saying so. After all, Brady might be just not done yet. So this is an NFL legend. Okay, that this guy makes. So this guy making so much money. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Okay, so the Miami who had made it, knowing that Tagovailoa will be their QB moving forward. Does he still have a question marked at the position, considering injuries, history, as well as a backup, Teddy Bridgewater? Perhaps Brady is bringing tons of throwing away from Hard Rock Stadium may help the Dolphins out in the time of need come next season if Tagovailoa were to go down again. So they're kind of like really egging on Tom Brady to show his support, some spirit of bringing the Dolphins to light. I'm saying in the to help help them out a little bit. Well, this is from the Daily Snark. So the Daily Snark, it's awesome, man. They come up with all kinds of dumb things. It's and we, congratulations to Tucker Carlson of the. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get into that situation right now. John Wick 4 first restrictions of calling it the best action movie last decade. So, all right. Passenger charged with a mid-air incident tried to attack jail guard, and source say, yeah, this guy here is something else too. Always, this guy here too. It's from grew up in Fall River. This here, yes, a passenger charged in an incident of a flight in Boston tried to attack jail guard. Source tells NBC News. This NBA General Francis Savero, terror of airline passenger charged in connection with a frightening incident aboard Sunday's flight from Los Angeles to Boston. Tried to attack two guards Tuesday at the jail where he is being held. Law enforcement sources told NBC News. So there it is, baby, right here. There's the guy right there. So he is being held, without bail this coming evening. So it's past 8:36 already, and I want to, I got one more to read. Alex Murdaugh has been convicted of murdering his wife and son. What's coming next for him? Well, I don't know. I mean, California, I don't know if they have the death penalty over there. I doubt it. They may have, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's a shame. You know what I'm saying? When you kill your wife and your children. Sister injured in crash within a police wagon dispute. Police reports. So there it is, right there. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? And look all this stuff up, man. Bruins become the fastest team in 100 points with the root of Sabris or Sabi or whatever they want to call it. Road remains closed after truck snagged lower wire topless 7 utility poles in Lake Dem Menos. Forgiving Lindsay's husband for Duxbury woman who was charged in a children's death and everything. So I don't know what's happened with that case. I haven't heard anything more. Video shows that the thread board flight Boston feds saying he tried to open the door. This guy here tried to open the door. Massachusetts man is accused of trying to open up an emergency exit door while aboard a United Airline flight from Los Angeles to Boston. This guy here, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? This guy here. I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? People are just crazy after a train derailment in Ohio. Residents is living the pilot after moving the helping making. Wow, that's not good. It's crazy. YouTube is keeping reviews on watching. Okay. You see this? Natives, yeah. I like natives. How to keep reviews watching. Study in natives. Yeah. Awesome. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. That is awesome. YouTube broadcasters. So learn the ways of you should own a Tempelodic in France. Ugh, I don't know about that. And almost his first day in court is proceedings in Duxbury mom murder. All right, I already talked about that. Let me see what else is going on here. No updates on that. Scientists is recreating the woolly mammoths to return 4 years. Wow. So that's just that's there, and 30 minutes of broadcasting starts at 67,000.77 per time slot. Okay, sister injured in a crash with police wagon, dispute and police reports. I mean, that's upon a woman is suffering from conditions while the other is suffering for located liver and the same thing in officials with police. Okay. Players of rank of Patriots among the worst team on working conditions in a survey. The legacy of a Trusca supermarket. 6-year-old girl was found alive under staircase 2 years after she was reportedly missing. Imagine that. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, all this right here. I'm saying that this is kind of like really a shame. You know what I'm saying? Alex, 6-year-old girl was found alive under a staircase 2 years after she was reportedly missing. Pasoli Shortless was reported missing in 2019 in the upstate New York when she was found 4-year-old, when they found a 4-year-old. Wow, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Uh, these people are something else. Justice is for all for this for 3-7-2023. So, let's see here. Okay, there's nothing else going on. But I just want to end my show now. It's already 8:42. Again, before I end my show, I want to, do this. Okay, I want to give the weather again. Maybe the weather changed. Yep, the weather just changed. Fall River, 30 degrees, partly cloudy, highs 42, lows 28. Cloudy conditions expected around 10 p.m. Now 30, 30, 29, 29, 28, all the way down to 29, 29. Sunrise. Let me see what the sunrise is about here. Sunrise at 6:08 a.m., 7 a.m., 30s, 32s, 35, 38s, 40s, 42s. So, yeah, cloudy, cloud mixed with sun. Oh, yeah. So, that's it. So that is your forecast for tonight on the David Meade Show. Be sure to tune in again on Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. for more exclusive weather, and your local news for Fall River and Somerset and New Bedford, all the surrounding cities. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. So take care. Have a great night. I will be on Thursdays and Fridays for the next episode of David Meade Show at 7 p.m. Take care.